They say how this nigga come from dirt to bad hoes and bank rolls. Over 100 shots on the E-way, I gotta make it home. I learned from my struggle, stack that duck, forget your hustle on. Go ride for your brother when he call you.
Welcome everybody to Chopping It Up, brought to you by Zapata Systems. I'm Dizz, that's Los.
What up, professionals?
Professionals it is, because this week is football starting on Thursday. Los wasn't here last week, so we'll talk about some of his picks that he took. One that I really liked that he took, and then we'll talk about the games this weekend. But first, I want to just give a little update. Last week on Wednesday around 5:30 in the afternoon, I was on my way on Route 15. I got in a major car accident. I'll be honest with you, from the pictures, I shouldn't be here. Los, you saw the pictures. The car was totaled. Everybody that was involved in the accident, all the four cars, everybody just got scratches and bruises. Unfortunately, I was the one that got hurt the most. I got 17 stitches in my shin, on my right shin. That's okay, but the worst of it was, from what they say, I got 2 fractures in my ankle. I go tomorrow to the doctor to determine if I have a surgery or if it's just in a soft cast or anything like that. So, but thank God I'm here, doing the show. We tried to do a pop-up show last week, but, I just got into it. So I was in bed for 2 days. The worst of it was Thursday and Friday. I could not move out of bed. And then the soreness went away. Then I couldn't maneuver a little bit. But Los, we here.
I know, man. God bless, man. Thank God that you came a little unscathed,
Yeah. Hey, if I wanted to break my ankle, this is the year. This is the time to do it of the year. Football starts.
I know, right? There you go.
But Los, so last week I talked about my picks. I didn't say anything about your picks. I just said about the first pick that you took was Chase. But I don't know if you want to just go down in like just a round, just go knock out who you had. If not, I have your team here as well.
Yeah. Well, obviously I had the first pick in my draft. Your consensus was Jamar Chase. On the way back, this is a keeper league. So in the keeper league, I kept Bucky Irving for an 11th rounder. So it kind of made sense for me to stack my receivers because I already had like a top back. So when I went Garrett Wilson on my second, right? And then from Garrett Wilson, I think on the way back, I went James Cook.
Yep.
Right. So there I got James Cook. And then on the way back, that's where it gets interesting. So the quarterback started going like around the 3rd round, right? Mm-hmm. Like after, right? So they went, the top one was Lamar Jackson went first, and then Josh Allen went first.
Lamar went first.
So it was like Lamar, Josh Allen, then
were you trying to get Joe Burrow on the way back?
So the thing is, I wanted Joe Burrow to have that stack, the Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, but it wasn't happening. So it got to the point where I was up in the 4th. So I'm looking at my team. If you look at it, me waiting to pick on my 4th pick, I already have Chase, Garrett Wilson, James Cook, and I have an 11th round keeper, Bucky Irving. So I have my 2 running backs and my 2 receivers. Now it's like I need a quarterback and I need a tight end. Mm-hmm. And what better duo to have than Patty Mahomes?
Yep.
And then Travis Kelce to lock down the stack.
Yes, and so that's what you said. That's a good one.
Yeah, because whenever you face him, you're going to just not face one. You're going to face 2.
And so I do think with your pick with Travis Kelce, I do think that he's going to have a better year this year. He looks in shape. It's his last year. I think he's going to go off. I truly think.
Man. And the thing is, last year he was off to a slow start. Remember last year, it wasn't really like putting up numbers like that. But I think, you're right. This year might be his last year, man. He might be hanging up after he proposed to Taylor Swift, Mm-hmm. I think this is it. They want to go out and bang. They want a championship. So they lost last year, right? No. Yeah.
They lost to the Eagles.
The Eagles creamed them. It's redemption year. So, I'm not saying they're going to go, but they're hungry for it. So
They are hungry for it, and I think they both are going to be a great team. They both are looking good in preseason. But in between that pick of Patrick Mahomes and Kelce, this is what I think was your best. This is what I thought was your best pick, Devontae Adams. especially with the news of Stafford coming out and starting this week. But,
yeah. So the Rams. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Devontae Adams, he's getting up there." I'm like, dude, Devontae Adams is Devontae Adams. You have to respect that guy. They didn't sign him just to like use him as a decoy, man. Yep. He gets with Stafford. Now Stafford's going to throw the ball. Obviously, you got Puka Nacua there, but Puka Nacua is not Devontae Adams,
Yeah.
So,
Devontae Adams, I think he's going to have a bounce back year. He has something to prove to everybody that the Jets season was just a disaster, and that was that. Who'd you pick after Kelsey in the 7th round?
In the 7th round, I believe I went. Oh yeah, so one of the sleepers this year, right, is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. I picked him up in the 7th.
Yeah.
He is right. So obviously, the Washington Commanders traded Brian Robinson to the San Francisco 49ers, which he is the 1B to the 1A, Christian McCaffrey and San Fran, right? Yep. So now moving up the depth chart, you got Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, and then you got Austin Eckler is also the running back, right? So obviously, I don't know if what I'm hearing that obviously it's going to be a committee. It's not going to be a full workhorse role for Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, but the way he's been shining in camp and like what he's been doing in the preseason, the kid can move, man. He has moves and he can play. So I hope we see big things from this kid. He's a young player and he looks good from the backfield. So I look forward to seeing him play, man. Hopefully he does good, man. Becomes the starting running back.
Yeah, I think he will probably by week 4 or 5. Austin Eckler always gets banged up. He's a small back, but this guy looks like he's the real deal.
I took a flyer on Joe Mixon. I know Joe Mixon is going to be out till like week 4, right, or something like that.
Yeah, around that time.
They say they put him on like the injured reserve, so he's going to be out definitely till week 4 if he could come back week 5. But they're saying he might be out possibly longer. Okay. So the guy that you want to pick up, man, if you're in fantasy and you're in deep leagues, you want to pick up Woody Marks, the rookie running back out of Houston Texans, man. I know Nick Chubb's there, and you hear the name. Nick Chubb was a beast in Cleveland, and then obviously Nick Chubb is going to get the early work starting the season. But Nick Chubb, man, has some, he has some miles on him, man. He's coming off of two years in a row major surgeries, man. Right, yep. ACL, and like his leg was like falling off, man. So, not to take away from Nick Chubb, because J.K. Dobbins did it last year, right? He came back from a major injury, and look what he did, right? But you got to take that. You cannot like bypass that. He's coming off 2 major ACL injuries, knee injuries, right? And you got this young calf in the backfield, Woody Marks, rookie, that he's going to take some touches, and if he shines, they might just make him the starting running back.
And that would be good for you. Well, no, you don't have him.
No, I don't have him, but I'm just saying, like, that's
you don't have him.
For those of you who picked Joe Mixon, you're not, you still got some time. They might, if they hold him out, they'll hold him out till I think a couple of games more, maybe till week 6, week 7. But if Joe Mixon comes back healthy, man, Joe Mixon is the problem.
He is, and I picked Chubb in round 12. Just to throw it out there. If he does, he does. Whatever. Just someone.
Yeah.
But then you also got Secure next.
Yeah. So you know what just came in just now, right? Literally like 5 minutes before we hit up the podcast, the Buffalo Bills just signed Gabe Davis to a 1-year contract, bringing him back.
Oh, wow. That's good. I wanted the Giants to reach out to him and try and get him, but.
So, Buffalo gets, one of their deep threats, but Khalil Shakir, he's been doing his thing. He's a little banged up. He's a starter. So, they're not going to put in Gabe Davis in their starting right away. So it's going to be Keon Coleman, Shakir, Dalton Kincaid, and Dawson Knox when they do the double tight end set. But, Josh Allen, he feeds everybody. So, everyone's going to get the ball distributed all across the field. So, Josh Allen's going to put up numbers this year. you can guarantee Josh Allen's going to do good, man. He's gonna do what he did last year.
I picked him in one of my other leagues. I just had to. I never had Josh Allen in a fantasy league, so I just was like, you know what, I want to pick him.
Yeah, man. Have you seen him in like Hard Knocks? Have you seen Hard Knocks?
I watched a little. We watched a little bit at your house, but yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
man, he looks good, man. So a lot of the things that you see in Hard Knocks, like you see how they're throwing. They have it like AI in like they watch their throwing movements and see how they can improve it and stuff. Yep. All through like AI now, man. It's crazy, right?
Taking over, yeah. It's taking over everything.
So, like, all the technology that they have now going on to improve like how these players like develop themselves into better players is crazy. And then Brandon,
they'll just shoot down the rest of your team.
Then after that, I went actually the 10th. I went Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk's another guy that's coming off an injury. He's on IR too as well. I took a flyer on him. Then I got Trey Harris, a sleeper, rookie wide receiver from the the Chargers, right?
Yep.
Chargers have a lot of mouths to feed, man. They got Ladd McConkey, who was rookie last year, who was a beast, right? PPR monster. But they just signed Keenan Allen, who was Justin Herbert's number one for a couple, for the majority of his career that he started. Yeah. Now he comes back. He's going to take some of those targets away from Ladd McConkey, right? And then you got Quinton Johnston, right? The other guy.
But Quinton Johnston cannot catch. He's always dropping balls.
I know, but then there's he'll go for like 4 weeks where he doesn't drop anything, and he's just like a monster. So like there's mouths to feed out there, man. Like he got players, man. And then don't sleep the running back Omarion Hampton. Wow.
Good. Yeah.
That was a great pick for the Chargers.
I know.
So I'm looking to see a lot of big things from him. I don't know. I hope we see some stuff in week 1 because I have him in a couple of my other leagues, but I think they're gonna slowly work him in. But he'll at the end of the day.
So do you think One-Eye Willie's not gonna get any downs?
One-Eyed Willie is right now saying that he's gonna play week 1. So for those of you who don't know who One-Eye Willie is, we're referring to Najee Harris. But Najee Harris is going to play week 1 out of the reports coming out of
Have you seen a picture of his eye? Like what happened? I don't think I've seen a picture.
No, man. I know it's like he had like a firecracker or something blow up in his eye or something like that. I don't know, but supposedly he can play. So hopefully he plays. But I think Omarion Hampton takes that job before week 5. And then I did Kareem Hunt late.
You always do Kareem Hunt.
You gotta have Kareem Hunt, man. That's Old Faithful right there. And then JJ McCarthy as my QB2. A lot of big things. I'm hearing a lot of big things out of Minnesota, man. JJ McCarthy is like
for future,
man. So I'm excited. There's a lot of right now, man. If you're really into fantasy and you have like you got some bench spots, you got some people that you have on IR, and you want to pick up some people, man. There's some guys out there that are like there's no guy out there right now that has the potential to be the next Puka Nacua. If you guys remember when Puka Nacua came on the scene, it was like, wow. Yep. Like there's a guy out there right now that's on a team right now. You're right.
Are you going to tell us or no?
I'm going to unveil it, right? If you look at this guy's tape in the preseason, this guy looks like he has the goods, man. All right. He just needs this team. If this team has a receiver go down due to injury, and this guy gets primed for a starting wide receiver 2 role, this guy can just this guy's gonna be it, man. So I'm telling you, this is kid. He already has a nickname. He goes by the name of Vanillatron. All right, that's what they call him, Vanillatron. And if all of you know, and all of you who have played fantasy football and followed the Detroit Lions, you remember a wide receiver along the lines, and his name was Megatron. Yep. And his real name was Calvin Johnson. What a beast he was, right? Uh-huh. So now fast forward to today. There's a wide receiver. He goes by the nickname Vanillatron. His first name is Isaac, last name Tesla, like the car. Isaac Tesla, remember that name. I'm telling you right now, he has the goods. And if you have deep
Is he
deep
on the
roster.
Lions?
He's on the Lions.
Okay.
That's what I said. There's a lot of mouths to be, but if one wide receiver, remember they just traded. So they just traded Tim Patrick, who was good. He was a good receiver, man.
He was okay.
They just traded him away, right? They just traded him away. Sorry about that.
No, he's playing. Yep.
They just traded him away. I forget what team they traded him to. I think they traded. Did they trade him to Denver? No, he came from Denver.
Came from Denver. I don't know.
I forget what team they traded him, but they traded him, and obviously they're making room for Isaac Tesla. So
and Jameis Williams is a free agent.
Yeah. So when you get a chance, go look at this guy's preseason highlight videos. You'd go like, "What? This kid has it, man!" And I think he's going to be the next Puka Nacua. You know,
wow. Vanellatron. Hey, I'm going to look that up now. Vanellatron.
His name is Vanilla, and he's in he's only rostered in maybe 3 or 4% of all Yahoo fantasy leagues, which is crazy. And all the leagues in the 6 leagues I'm in, he's probably in 5. He's on 5 waiver wires right now. You can pick him up off the waiver.
You know what you can do? So I was reading this and I saw it. And I was like, oh, it's actually a pretty good way to do it. Get people that are suspended, like Ray Rice. You can put him in the IR, and then you get another spot, pick him up, after the draft. So draft people that are, out for 6 weeks, and you can put them on the IR and then bring that person in. But Los, I got to give you credit. You said a couple weeks ago there is no way that Parsons will be back to the Dallas Cowboys, and I laughed at you. I said, "Wow, that was great. That's crazy." And what happened?
Yep. He gets traded.
I
kind of knew it when you saw him laying down on the bed on the sideline, and then he was eating snacks
and nachos.
You're supposed to. That's disrespectful, man. You're not supposed to do stuff like that. You're your team captain.
Yep. And I was shocked.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go.
So, long story short, this guy, he was the guy. He was the guy there. That was the defense. He was the one who held that defense together, right? And from what I'm hearing is that this guy, Jerry Jones, tried to negotiate without this guy's agent present. Try to save himself $7 million or something like that, offering him I think $40 million per year, or something like that. And he wasn't, I guess, he wasn't having that.
No,
and,
that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, and his agent was able to work $47 million from a year or something like that from Green Bay.
Crazy.
So Green Bay gets a stud at defense. Green Bay did what they had to do in regards to getting some offensive weapons for Jordan Love, which he needed. Green Bay has weapons, man. They got Romeo Doubs is the veteran. Romeo Doubs reminds me of who's the guy's name from from Slayton on the Giants. He's like veteran, always gets his catches. That's what Romeo Doubs reminds me of, right? He's one of that veteran now. Romeo Doubs is probably 5-6 years in the league now. Then you got Christian Watson, who was a rookie. That shit was his second year. This will be his third year, but he comes off he has a lot of injuries, man. He's injury prone, right? But he's a talent. He has what it takes to be a wide receiver one. And then you got Golden, who got drafted this year as their first pick off the board, receiver.
Yep.
And you got Tucker Kraft, tight end, and obviously you got Josh Jacobs, who's Josh Jacobs.
So
he has weapons, man. Remember last year I told you Green Bay is my favorite to go deep into the playoffs?
Yeah.
I think Green Bay is going to be a sleeper this year. I think that now with the adding of Micah Parsons, I think Green Bay has a shot to make it into the Final Four, man. I think they have a shot.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to say that. I said that this changes everything in the NFL and the NFC because the Giants just from that trade made the Giants' schedule go from the hardest to the third hardest. So just from that trade, and I do think that I think Jordan Love's gonna have a good year this year, and I just think that the defense, because their defense was good.
Yeah.
But when you put someone like Parsons on the other side, there's gonna be a problem. It's just, and Jerry Jones tried to say, we have a plan, this and that. I don't think he has a plan. He only
I don't
got
think-
2 first-round picks. That's it, and a guy.
Maybe it'll be good for them next year when they stack their team next year. But, you're going to see a lot of Jordan Love on offense now, man. The defense is going to hold it down.
Yep.
4 and outs, man. That's Mika's known for 4 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. So
if I was Jerry Jones, they're weak in the running back. I would try to trade for Bryce Hall in the Jets. Trade one of those first-round picks.
I've seen that, right? Like, you go for like a running back, right? Brees Hall or something like that. Yeah, they should, but who knows?
Yeah. So Los, let's I guess Thursday's the first game. Dallas versus who is it? Eagles?
Is it Dallas Eagles Thursday?
Yeah. Isn't it Dallas Eagles first game?
Wow. So you got a game. You have a game on Thursday. You got a game on Friday, and then Sunday it's on.
And it's crazy. I can't wait for this. This is where it's gonna be a lot. Like right now we're in 20 minutes of the show, and it's like we got so much stuff to talk about with the games coming on. Maybe we might have to do another show before the games, maybe like Saturday or Sunday.
We have to. We got to say who are going to score TDs. Who's going to who are going to be the key.
I'll tell you this right now. For Thursday, you got Barkley's going to score a TD, and you got
who's it? Barkley and Dallas. I mean, Dallas and Eagles. Okay, yeah.
And George Pickens.
Ooh, really? No CD?
I don't think CD, but because I think I think they want to give George Pickens. But again, that's my washer. It's going crazy. I don't know if you hear it. I do think George Pickens is going to score a touchdown. I'll do the 2, Barkley and George Pickens. Who you got for a touchdown?
On Thursday, I think Jalen Hurts sneaks one with the push tush as usual, and then you got I think Ferguson. I think the tight end gets in there.
Well, I hope so because I got him.
But you know what? I'm excited to see Chicago, man. Chicago Bears. We didn't really get to see Caleb Williams do what he can do, what he did in college last year. Mm-hmm. But now with this new Ben Johnson head coach coming from Detroit, man, and what he did in Detroit, that's gonna in Chicago.
Yeah, I do. That's a team I want to see. That's a team I want to see.
I'm looking for big things from DeAndre Swift, and I think this is going to be a breakout year for Romo Dunze.
That's what everybody's saying. They're saying he's looking good.
I think Odunze is going to have a breakout year, man. DJ Moore is going to do DJ Moore stuff, but I think Odunze, this is his year. He's primed to break out this year.
I want to see. I just can't wait to see the Giants defense. I want to see them live. Not live, but watching them, and I just want to see Abdul Carter go crazy. I just want to see what he can do.
Man,
I'm excited for the Giants season.
Giants, Washington. Scary Terry's back. Terry McLaurin signed, so now he's back. Yep. The defense, Holland and Adebo, we're gonna see what they got because, they're gonna be throwing. This is the game. Week 1 is a big test for see how cohesive the Giants defense are going to be. This is it, man. Like,
I truly think we can win this. I think we can go 2-0. I truly now think that we can go 2-0.
I think Dallas. We got Dallas now. I think we got Dallas. We're gonna get Dallas. We haven't beat Dallas in a long time.
Yeah, and it's away, right?
And it's away, so I think we got Dallas. So I think, the way it looks like, right? Week 1, we should be able to take Washington. We take Dallas, and then we go 2-0 home opener against the Chiefs.
And I think you will be there.
Yes, I will. And hopefully it's a W.
A W both ways. The Giants play well, they win. KC plays well. A couple tutties to Travis Kelce. So you're a win-win situation on Sunday.
I know. It's exciting, man. I can't wait, man. Football's back. That's back, right. Man. That's it.
Los, what I'm going to do is because I'm in pain right now. I'm not going to lie. It's hard for me to sit. We'll get out and we'll do a show on maybe Saturday or Sunday. We'll see what your schedule is like.
Yeah, man. I'm down, man. We'll do something.
And then we'll go from there.
All right.
Los, throw it out.
All right, guys. Hey, guys, thank you for tuning in. I've been on a little bit of hiatus with work and all, and, Dee's a little banged up right now. But, again, thank you for the support. We will continue, going on every week, every Tuesday, dropping probably Tuesdays and Wednesdays. going forward. And again, we'll do another surprise show, drop show on probably Friday or Saturday. But again,
just for our picks.
All right. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. God bless. Professionals.
Shots on the E-way, I gotta make it home. I learned from my struggles, stack that dope, forget your hustle on.